Hi, Travis. Carson said that was a play you guys hit on in practice. How, I don't want to say surprised, but to have that moment in that situation, you get a chance to kind of seize the moment a little bit and reflect on how you got to this point.
Absolutely. It's definitely been a long year for me, long off season, but I came here to Philly and they definitely gave me an opportunity. Working with Carson has been great. Like you said, in practice, we hit on it. It was a perfect throw then, and then in the game, he doubled back with that and gave me a perfect throw and made it easy for me.
Thank you.
Mike, and then Ed Kratz.
Travis, like you said, it's been a kind of a wild year for you going from Detroit to Green Bay to here. What was the experience in the? How much did the experience of the practice squad kind of help you coming into this game, knowing what to expect, and also having that experience with Detroit that you did have?
Well, with practice squad, I'm going against some of the best corners in the game. They really got me ready, and they really got me ready for this moment. And I owe it all to the guys out on the field. They all had confidence in me, and that means a lot.
Ed, and then Ruben Frank.
Hey, Travis, I think your first career catch was a 15-yarder in the first half. Just getting that first catch out of the way, how important was that to kind of maybe set up that 42-yard touchdown reception?
Absolutely. It was a big moment for me, first catch. I think it just gave Carson the trust in me to come back the second time and give me a chance to score that touchdown.
Ruben, and then Nick Fierro.
Can you just kind of run us through that play, through the touchdown from the start until you scored, till you got to the sideline, and just kind of what was going through your head through the whole play?
Well, after we broke the huddle, Carson said, "Get ready." So I knew it was a good shot. He's going to throw the ball to me. So came off the line, kind of beat the corner, just do what I do every day in practice, and we just executed. At first, I actually lost the ball, but since Carson gave me a great throw, I was able to locate it, and it was right in the breadbasket. So
we have time for two more, so we'll go Nick and then Daniel.
Travis, more on that play. When Carson was talking about it, he said you were only repped it one time, in practice all week. You hit on it, but you only repped it one time. How unusual is it, to go to a play like that with the game on the line? And have you ever been, had experience doing something like that before, college level, high school level?
I mean, for me, that's a regular play. The ball's in the air, see ball, go get it. But with me and Carson, I mean, the first play we did in practice, it was perfect. So we just had to do the same thing again.
Go ahead, Daniel.
Carson had a lot of success down the stretch last year with kind of, guys coming up from the practice squad, a lot of moving parts. You're a guy that came in, made a big play. What does Carson do, to build that chemistry, with guys like you to be able to do this right away?
Well, throughout practice, we're getting extra work. After practice, we're getting extra work. And, he just had the confidence in us. And, with that, we're able to just play our game, not worry about other things, just trusting our quarterback.
Hey, Alex, congratulations on the play. Can you just run us through that play and just kind of what your reaction was when TJ got hurt and you went in? You haven't played a lot of defensive snaps since you've been here.
The play, obviously, he kind of threw the ball right to me. So my heart kind of skipped a beat and then just caught it and went with it. And knew I had to get in the end zone. We talk about it all week, to score on defense. So it was the only thing going through my mind. And then, when TJ went down, which is a huge loss, that's our Mike. TJ's a great football player. But, like Coach always talks about, next man up. And you don't want to be the weak link. You want to, be the strong link. So to be able to go out there and, be able to do my job as, the most important thing for this team. And, that's what hopefully I did.
Ed, and then Les.
So this was a defense, Alex, that didn't have any forced turnovers coming in. So it must feel pretty good, I guess, to get that ball rolling in that direction.
Yeah, we've emphasized it, the last couple of weeks, and obviously the ball wasn't going our way. And, to be able to, have that happen with Rodney and then the sack and then obviously my interception, it's something we've been talking about for weeks, and we finally, it all clicked, and, our defense, kept playing the way we did and then finally got some turnovers to go our way.
Les, and then Nick.
Alex, it looked like you guys had things pretty well in hand except for Kittle. You didn't seem to have a great answer for him all night. But what was it like this is the first time you've really held a team under 23 and made the big plays. What does this do for the defense going forward?
It's just gonna, a stepping stone. You got to get one. It's hard to get that first one. It's hard to get a win in this league. So to be able to, put it on our defensive shoulders and kind of just push through it. The last few weeks, we were a stop or two away from being able to be there. And so to be able to do that tonight as a defense was huge. And now, yeah, and Kittle, he's a great player. You gotta do things to be able to stop them. We're like, to be able to hold them under, or at 20 is huge. So our offense scored enough points, and so we won.
Time for a couple more, so we'll go Nick, EJ, and then Daniel.
Now, Alex, you mentioned your heart skipped a beat, the ball was thrown right to you. But, watching you in training camp, it seemed like you were around the ball all the time when you did play with the defense. You kind of look at this as kind of a payoff or a reward for having such a, being such a great practice player?
It's been a long time, to obviously get to the point where I get any defensive snaps. First time in the league was, 6 years ago. So to be able to finally, have that come, to be able to make a play for this team is, what you do it for. As much as, I enjoy it for myself, I'm happy this team won, because that's, if we don't win at the end, you're sick to your stomach whether or not you scored or not. So it's huge, to get this win for the team and, to be able to be part of it.
Hey, Alex, how big was the pressure from the defensive line, and especially as the game wore on?
It's huge. Our D-line, they're fun to play with. As you guys know, it's a lot of hungry guys. They're rotating, and they're making plays all the time. And, I think today just paid off for everything they've been doing. To be able to stop the run against that team who runs the ball, who, tells you they're going to run the ball, and to be able to stop it and, let them be able to rush and go do their thing. That's what makes this team special is our D-line, in my opinion. So to see the way they played tonight was pretty awesome.
Last question here with Daniel.
Hey, Alex, when you finally get into the end zone after the touchdown, what's the first thing that goes through your mind, to kind of have that moment in that spot? What are you thinking about?
It was real quiet stadium. It was an interesting feeling. I haven't scored a touchdown since my junior year of college. So, it was really cool. It's exciting, just to be part of it. And obviously Sunday night, you got to go find the fan cam in the corner. So, we talk about that, as a defense, if you score, where we're going to go. So it was pretty exciting to be able to do that.
Cre'Von, no bottle caps on your performance tonight. Tell us about the big play, forcing the fumble, and coming back from the play that you had given up down the field to Kittle.
Man, I gave up one against Kittle's. Great player, phenomenal player. It happens to the best of us. I knew I had to go out there and make a play, and that play that I made ended up changing the course of the game. So had the defense real hype. We went out there and finished with a big dub.
Steve and then Jeff McLean.
Can you take me through the forced fumble there? What were you seeing coming on that blitz? And did you think you had a chance to get the ball free?
Actually, I think they motioned Kittles on the right side into a bunch, and I stayed backside. And once I came off the edge up under the DN, the guard seen me late. I bent the corner on him, smooth dipped my shoulder, seeing the quarterback still had the ball in his hand, and realized that I still had time to get there, and end up just stretching out and making a play.
Cre'Von, can you just talk about what it was like with all, the moving parts on defense, guys playing in different positions, and how you guys were able to kind of hold it together for the most part?
I mean, Jim see us all as X's out there, man. We all play multiple positions. Like I always say, Jay played corner, he played dime, he played safety, I played corner, I played dime, nickel, dollar. Rod played quarter, dime, safety. So it's a lot of moving parts to it, and that's the phenomenal part about it, that we're all interchangeable.
We'll end it here with John McMullen.
Hey, Strap. We had talked all week about, with you and a number of the other defensive players, about creating turnovers, not only yours, but also Rodney was able to get one in. Obviously, the big pick six by Alex. What did it mean to that defense to sort of get that whole process going, start taking the football away?
Man, it mean a lot. We pride ourselves on turnovers, especially it starts in practice. We set a goal. We try to get 3 turnovers in practice week in and week out. And the goal was to win this football game, but we knew we had to come out with some turnovers in order to win this game, and that's exactly what we did. Alex with the pick 6, Rod with the pick, and me with the strip sack. So we end up getting 3 right there, and we end up doing our job to seal the deal.
Jalen, how important was it for the defense, given everything that's happened in the last couple of weeks, to set the tone and really dictate the outcome of this game?
Very important. One of the message that was said last night was give everything you got. You know what I'm saying? After this game, we want to be dog tired. You know, when we get back in this locker room, it should be a deep exhale from each and every person on that defense, because we know if we give everything we got, every single person, we're going to come out with this win.
Bo and then Jeff Skaversky.
Hey, Jalen, what has Travis Fulgham done anything during practice, going up against him over the past, month or so to stand out to you?
Yeah, he was a guy actually, and you can ask anybody on the team. He was a guy that I actually used to brag on the sideline. But once he got in during camp, I literally never seen him drop a ball. And I used to always walk up and down the sideline every time he would catch a ball, and I would say, I've never seen this dude drop a ball at practice. I know once he gets his opportunity, he's gonna make the most of it. And today was his day. Sunday Night Football. No bigger stage.
Jeff and then Paul Domowich.
Hey, Jalen, what does it say about this team? You guys have been just decimated with injuries, offensive line, receivers, just all sorts of issues. You get off to a tough start to this season, but for you guys to go cross country, get a win, a nail biter at the finish, what does it say about the character of this team and the determination?
It kind of seems like, my 4 years here now going on 5, it's kind of been the same kind of book, that's been written each and every year. Somebody goes down and, it's the next man up mentality, and I think that's kind of been our identity of this team. And, we've kind of embraced that. And, what no better way to have it than guys who, are hungry and they're getting an opportunity and they're making the most of it and also helping us get a win, man. I think that's really, really big. That speaks on, not only the characters that we got, as players, but also the coaching staff and coaching those guys up and giving those guys a chance.
We have time for 2 more, so we'll go Paul and then Dave Zangaro.
Yeah, Jalen, what was the approach for the defense today? With the injuries, you're down playing corner. Kayvon's getting his first significant action. Avery played a ton of snaps. They've got Kittle back. Was it just not giving up the big play?
No, it was a tack-style defense. We know at the end of the day, they're a team who's going to run the ball. They don't care, what front you in. They're going to run the ball. They're going to try to push the ball down the field with their big offensive linemen. They're good tight end who can run, block, and pass catch. But they're going to run the ball. So our whole week we were just saying, they're not going to run the ball on us. We're a defense that, kind of struggle against the Rams, and we know that this was another big test, and I think we stood up well.
Go ahead, Dave.
Hey, Jalen, you talked about kind of the unknown guys at certain points making big plays. To see Alex Singleton, who's kind of been a special teamer for you guys for the last couple seasons, make that play, what did that mean for the whole team?
Man, it's so big, man. I'm so happy for him, man. That guy, he's had a long journey, and for him to get that on a turnaround and get that interception and score, that was so big for this team, man. I'm so happy for him. Dude works extremely hard, not only on special teams, but now, like I said, he got his opportunity on the field and he make the most of it. And I know that's not going to go unseen by the coaches. So for sure, I'm thinking he's going to get a little bit more extra playing time now, and I look forward to seeing him out there.
Hi, Jordan. I was watching you a little bit before you went out there. Just wondering how you felt going into your first start. Were you nervous at all? And you feel like you were prepared? How do you feel like you played?
I got to give a special thanks to Joe Osman this week. Joe really worked me during all the reps this week, and I feel like he prepared me for this game. Even when I didn't know I was starting, he worked me, made sure that I was getting a good look, make sure I was getting off the ball, getting on the snap cadence as well. So yeah, hats off to Joey Osman, Smoking Joe. Of course, first game starting, had a little bit of jitters, but once that first drive was over, it was gone. Felt like I was at home, and yeah, it was great to get this dub.
Paul and then Zach Berman. Or Zach, if you're ready, jump in there.
Hey, Jordan, this past week, how would you describe how it went in terms of the uncertainty with Jason Peters? When did you find out you were going to start?
I mean, like I was saying earlier, I really just prepare like I am starting, just in case. We're a big next man up mentality team. So, you never know what could happen in this game of football. That's the one thing I've learned the last 3 years being here. And how I found out, it's kind of just a feeling. Walked in on Saturday morning and everyone was like, yeah, you're up. So that was pretty much it. And I was like, cool, let's do it.
Paul and then Martin.
Jordan, that second quarter false start could have bothered you and stayed with you. It didn't seem to, though. You seemed to put it behind you and move on after that.
Yeah, it bothered me. It was a cadence that I was unfamiliar with. So I got to work on that one a bit more at practice. But, we're big, our teammates stress out all the time. Focus for 4 seconds and then next play mentality. That's pretty much it. So after that play, I had to just think about the next play and not worry about it.
We'll end with this last question. Go ahead, Martin.
Hey, Jordan, you're obviously starting in place of a guy, Jason Peters, who, has been in the league for 17 years, probably started close to like 200 games and everything. I mean, did you feel some extra pressure, like trying to replace a guy like that? I mean, how did you approach that?
I'm not trying to fill anyone's boots. I'm trying to make my own boots. That's the one thing I came here to do. Trying to put some respect on my name and tell people that I ain't a rugby player anymore. I'm a footballer. So that's one thing for me. And I'm glad I have guys like JP and Lane Johnson who coach me up on the sideline, who coach me up every day at practice and make me a better player and person. So my hat's off to them.